This is part 3. I have 36 minutes left on my phone. So I'll talk for 30 minutes for this part 3, and then my final part will be 6 minutes. And I will what? This video will get uploaded in a good, 50 minutes from now. The new internet connection is very fast now. It only takes me a good 50 minutes to upload my videos now. It's very, very fast. Before it took me 2 hours, an hour, 40 minutes. The new connection's a lot faster, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, man. Peter Jackson be shocked. Holy shit, Ivan, you're putting $410 million towards salaries? And as I told you, even though I'm putting a lot of money towards salaries, by the time I pay everyone, everything will be drained. There'll be maybe 15, 12 million left in the budget, man. Trust me, once I fly in all the 1,500 crewmen, I start paying, I start paying them all their $150,000. You know what I'm saying? By the time the third year starts and they start receiving their checks, obviously, you're gonna see the whole thing get. I'm gonna ask my accountant, hey, how much money is left in the salary budget? I don't know, Ivan. We have a good what? I don't know, Ivan. We have 10 million left over in the budget, Ivan. 12 million left, 13 million left over in the budget, and that will be used to pay Peter Jackson his bonus, and pay my 17 their bonuses after their $150,000 bonus after the film is completed, and their $250,000 bonus after the film is completed, obviously. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I can easily pay my 17 their multi-million-dollar bonus, but if you do that, you're being too generous. As I already paid Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni their rich bonuses. You see what I'm saying? Hence why you're paying the Hollywood actors. Yeah, but the Hollywood actors are my stars. Hollywood actors are my stars. My 17 are big, obviously, but my Hollywood actors are my stars, obviously. The Hollywood actors are the stars in your movie, hence why they're worth a lot of money. With my 17 are my producers. They're worth a lot of money, but I'm not going to pay my 17 like a $3 million bonus after it's completed. No. I'll pay the secondaries the $150,000, and I'll pay all the other guys $250K. I already paid Jon Favreau and Filoni their big $1 million bonus. I'm not going to pay them. I'm not going to pay them what? I'm not going to pay them a fucking $5 million bonus after it's completed. No. You got to watch for your budget. I'll pay them $250K. That's good enough for them. You know what I'm saying? That's good enough for them. Especially Jon. I'm paying Jon Favreau more than even how much I'm paying the Hollywood fucking actors. Pretty much, right? Yeah, man, I'm paying Jon Favreau a $34 million sign bonus. Okay, that's a bigger bonus than how much I'm paying even the bigger A's actors for my fucking movie. Whereas Dave Filoni, I'm paying him a bonus how much I'm paying the bigger A's too, but I'm paying him $15 million. You see what I'm saying? Your 17 are worth a lot of money, but because in Hollywood, a lot of the actors even make more money than the directors and producers because they're the stars of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Hence, for the actors, I'm paying them the millions because they're the stars in the movie. And don't forget, you also have the rates. Hey, because you also have the rates affecting their salary, hence why you pay them a lot of money, obviously. And the actors are your stars, man. They're the stars in your movie. They're the stars. They have high value, hence why you pay them 2 bonuses. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Hence why Peter Jackson will be shocked. Holy shit, Ivan. You want to put what? You want to put $410 million towards salaries? I'm like, yeah, Peter, I want to put $410 million towards salaries. Peter Jackson shocked. Holy shit, Ivan. Your company blows hell out of the water. Yeah. He doesn't have to worry. Peter Jackson will not have that shitty feeling when he signs the actors. Because I'm going to have Peter Jackson in the room with me when I sign the crewmen the first year. You can have Peter Jackson help you sign the contracts, obviously. Hey, Peter, help me sign the Weta Workshop crewmen. Help me sign the people overseeing the actors. Help me sign all those guys. You know what I'm saying? The second year, I want you to help me signing all the actors. And after you sign all the actors, I'll send you home. So you can have him stay in Vancouver for a good 2 weeks to a month. The first year. The second year, he'll be a part of the takeouts. All the takeouts with me, my wife, and the actors, obviously, and the 17. And he'll be in the boardroom with me, signing all the actors. It's good as an executive producer that Peter Jackson knows how much all these actors are getting paid. Okay, yeah, I want to know how much all these actors are getting paid. Yeah, it's good for as an executive producer to know how much all these actors are getting paid. As Peter Jackson obviously knew how much all the actors of Lord of the Rings are getting paid. High chance Peter Jackson was involved with signing them, obviously. He was the executive producer of Lord of the Rings. There's a high chance Peter Jackson signed some of the actors for Lord of the Rings. because he was the executive producer. You're executive producer. You're responsible for signing the contracts. You see what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, Peter Jackson had that shitty feeling when he signed those Lord of the Rings actors because they worked for blood, sweat, and tears for peanuts. Well, they got their $1 million bonus. So I guarantee you, part of the contract, hey, if the movie is successful, you guys get your nice $1 million bonus. So they got not bad money, Lord of the Rings actors, but like I guarantee you, Peter Jackson felt like shit when he signed those Lord of the Rings actors. You know what I'm saying? Like Elijah Wood got his $250,000 per movie. He only made like $750,000 for Lord of the Rings. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Orlando Bloom made like $170,000. I guarantee Peter Jackson felt like shit when he signed those actors. Yeah, these actors are making peanuts. No, sorry guys, you know what I'm saying? Warner Bros. Gave me a shitty $90 million budget. I can only afford to pay you like $250K for the movie, man. They got shitty money, obviously, and then they still work hard, obviously. And Peter Jackson signed his nice deal. He signed his what? His $10 million like I don't know salary contract, and he negotiated for like 4% of the profits. But Peter Jackson didn't know Lord of the Rings would be that successful. You see what I'm saying? And it was successful. Because it was successful, he made a lot of money off it. He got his nice like one. Peter Jackson made like $180 million off Lord of the Rings. I heard from the profits. Yeah, and he made way more than how much those Lord of the Rings got paid. Obviously, the only one who got his nice paycheck was Ian McKellen and I believe Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee, I think, made like about $1 million or something like that. Because Christopher Lee was an A-list actor at the time. Him and I believe Ian McKellen got a lot of money. Ian McKellen made his nice like $13 million. So he got a nice paycheck, obviously, and what? And Christopher Lee, I think, made like $1 million, and Andy Serkis also made $1 million too. Andy Serkis, they paid him more than even how much they paid Lord of the Rings actors. You got $1 million, Andy Serkis you got $1 million for Two Towers and Return of the King, Andy Serkis. You got a not bad paycheck, obviously. He made more than even those Lord of the Rings actors. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. These Lord of the Rings actors got what? They got peanuts, obviously, and they still worked their asses off. You thought Elijah Wood's acting was good. Sean Austin's acting was good. Viggo Mortensen's acting was good. Orlando Bloom's acting was good. John Wright Davis' acting was good. Liv Tyler's acting was good. Hugo Weaving's acting was good. You can only imagine how much harder these actors' are going to work, because I paid them more money than how much these Lord of the Rings actors made. These Lord of the Rings actors made peanuts. They made $250K for the movie. And I'm paid the Zane's actors are millions. They're $3 million, $4 million, $5 million, $8 million, $7.8 million, $8.9 million, $8.5 million. So I'm saying are $10 million, $12.5, $10.9, $6 million, $1.5 million. I'm paying them more money than how much these Lord of the Rings actors got. Hence why they're all going to work hard for me. The actor for Lithius and Baramis, I'm paying $680K. They're pretty major characters. That's more money than how much most of the Lord of the Rings actors got for Lord of the Rings. As everyone who works for my Zane School are going to work their asses off. They're going to work hard. Because they're all getting a nice paycheck. You see what I'm saying? Whereas Lord of the Rings actors got peanuts. They didn't make much money. And that's why Peter Jackson was shocked. Like, holy shit, Ivan. You're putting $410 million towards salaries. This is more money than that. This is more than the whole Lord of the Rings budget combined. Yeah. My company beats out Hollywood. Blows it out of the water. It blows it out of the water, you see what I'm saying, huh? Yeah, man, my company blows Hollywood out of the water. Okay, Ivan, how much money are you putting towards CGI technology special effects? I don't know, Peter, how does $400 million sound? He's like, what? Ivan, say that again. I'm like, yeah, $400 million towards special effects for the world building, action sequences, and the horror of the wolves and bats. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, this is better than Avatar and my Lord of the Rings. This is like 2 or 3 times better than Avatar. This is like an 8K world. Something better than Avatar. The world looks natural, obviously. It's better than Lord of the Rings. Obviously. Ivan, you're looking at action sequences better than even what you got for Helm's Deep and Return of the King War. Yeah. Think of action sequences better than that. You're looking at walking devils for air technology. You're looking at beings 3 times scarier than the beings in Lord of the Rings. 3 times scarier than the Witch King of Angmar, the boss orc in Fellowship of the Ring, the ring race in Fellowship of the Ring. Think of that. The Urk High in what? In Two Towers. You know what I'm saying? The orcs in Return of the King. Think of beings 3 times scarier than those beings. You're looking at demons. Walking demons now. Hence why Zanes will take the edge will take the edge. Will take the edge, obviously. Zanus will beat out Lord of the Rings by a margin. It'll be very, very close, but Zanus will beat it out by a bit. It'll beat it out by a margin, Zanus. Be close, man. Zanus will beat out Lord of the Rings by a margin. Trust me, once you read my book, you'll see what I mean. Once you read my book, it's finally going to oh my god, if Ivan pours $980 million towards this kind of story, and he acts in the movie as Prince Tactius, and VJ acts as Lithia, obviously. Then Ivan pours $400 million of his own money towards what? Towards salaries, hence to pay the actors their millions and the crewmen their nice salary. Obviously, everyone's going to work harder for my movie. I'm trying to get a better movie, obviously. I know what I'm doing. And he puts $400 million towards special effects for the world building, action sequences, and the horror of the wolves and bats. Obviously. You know what I'm saying? He pours all this money towards set building and all that stuff. You're looking at a movie better than even Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. By a margin. Zanus will beat out Lord of the Rings by a margin. I told you, Peter Jackson, because he has an ego, he's not going to tell me what. Peter Jackson is not going to tell me that my last Lord of the Rings movie will be better than his Lord of the Rings movie because he has an ego. And don't forget, Peter Jackson does not want to compete with his own masterpiece. Yeah, Ivan, I don't want to compete with my own masterpiece, Lord of the Rings. Hence why this is not a competition, Ivan. I don't want to compete with my own Lord of the Rings masterpiece. Hence why he won't tell me that Zanus will be a better movie than Lord of the Rings. But Peter Jackson's not stupid. Once he reads that book, he'll be like, yeah. The thought will cross his mind, I read Ivan's book. If Ivan pours $980 million towards this movie, he's going to picture all the scenes in his mind, obviously. If Ivan pours $980 million towards this kind of story, obviously, towards his latest story, obviously, and he acts as Prince Tactius, and VJ acts as Lithia, and he pours $400 million of his money towards special effects for the world building, better than Avatar and Lord of the Rings, action sequences better than Lord of the Rings and Matrix. You know what I'm saying? The horror of the wolves and bats 3 times scarier than the beings in Lord of the Rings. I can't see Lord of the Rings topping Zanus. Zanus will take it out by a margin. You see what I'm saying? Zanus will guaranteed take out Lord of the Rings by a margin. It'll be better, man. Because I'm acting in it, guys. You're going to see Ivan and Merrick kicking ass. You're going to see, you know how you saw Aragorn kicking ass in the Helm's Deep battle? You're going to see Ivan and Merrick kicking ass with his sword, man. Fighting demon wolves and bats. Yeah, man. Like, I can't see Lord of the Rings topping that. And I wrote the story, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pitching all the scenes. I'm like, yeah. If you adapt this kind of movie to the big screen, it will take out Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings by a margin. You see what I'm saying? It'll be very, very close. It'll be so close that a lot of Lord of the Rings fans might even like Lord of the Rings even better than Zanus, perhaps, the movie. I highly doubt it, though, because I'm acting in the movie, obviously. I'm acting in the movie as Tactius, obviously. But there's some Lord of the Rings fans who might even like Lord of the Rings even better than Zanus. Peter Jackson might even like Lord of the Rings better than Zanus when the movie gets released. He might, I like my Lord of the Rings better. He might even like his Lord of the Rings better. You never know. I highly doubt, though, because Zanus is a better story than Lord of the Rings. And I'm acting in the fucking movie, guys. I'm acting as the role of Tactius. Prince Tactius, the Prince of Zanus, guys. You're going to see me as a prince. You're going to see me kicking ass in the movie with my sword. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't see Lord of the Rings being that kind of story. But it'll be very, very close, man. Because Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece. I'm going to keep saying that. I don't know. Peter Jackson asked me, Ivan, how much money are you putting towards set building, Ivan? I don't know. How does the $30 million budget for set building sound? He's like, holy shit, Ivan, that's a lot of money. For Lord of the Rings, we only have like a $2-3 million budget for set building. We can build big sets, Ivan, with this kind of budget. Yeah, I can build a nice, for the mountain of Gilead in the south, I can build like a 1-acre mountain, a huge mountain, artificial mountain. I can build what? I don't know, 2 acres, 1.8 acres of what? For Zanus. 0.5 acres for Cyrus, for the land of Cyrus. A nice like 0.8 acre forest for the Forest of Galathea. Artificial trees, yeah. Mud, dirt, I'm saying, yeah. I don't know, 1 acre city for the ancient Gilead city. Something unheard of, man. A 1 acre, 0.8 acre huge city for the ancient Gilead city. They build all the pillars. They build the ancient Gilead city based on the concept arts that can fit 5,000 people there, and you apply the CGI effects, the special effects in the world. The ancient Gilead city looks amazing, even better than what you got from Moria and Lord of the Rings. Because the set they built for Moria and Lord of the Rings was a small set. It wasn't that big, and yet the world, the Moria looked amazing when they applied the special effects. You can only imagine the kind of world you're looking at for Zanus, man. Looking at something better than even Avatar and Lord of the Rings. Action sequences better than what you got for Lord of the Rings, obviously. And what? And horror 3 times scarier than the beings in Lord of the Rings. The ring race were creepy. Think of beings scarier than the ring race. Think of beings scarier than the Uruk-hai in Two Towers. Think of beings scarier than the boss orc in Lord of the Rings and Fellowship of the Ring. Think of beings scarier than the Witch King of Agma in Return of the King. Yeah. You're looking at demons, guys. Walking devils and demons. I thought we'd just be shocked. Holy shit, we can build like a lot of big sets, man. With this kind of money, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We can get all the best tools, all the best machinery tool equipment for building all the sets. I can have my team rent out the best machinery equipment tools for building all the bulldozers, all that stuff for building all the sets. I can get the best stuff for that. You see what I'm saying? We're building all that's part of the $30 million budget, obviously. Yeah, easily affordable. That's why the crew, you're going to see the construction crew and how happy they are. Yeah, Ivan gave us an unlimited budget for set building, pretty much. $30 million. That's how much money they put towards special effects for Lord of the Rings. And Ivan put $30 million towards building all the sets for his movie. For The Hobbit, I heard The Hobbit, they had like a $10 million budget for building all the sets. The Hobbit, they built some pretty big sets. And it only cost them like $9 million. For my movie, I'm putting $30 million, guys. I'm going to build unheard of sets. Build big sets that way you get unheard of world building for your movie, obviously, and your world looks more natural. The bigger the set you build, the more natural your world will look. But it will look very amazing because I poured so much money towards special effects. CGI technology special effects, but the world will look very natural. Like Fellowship of the Ring, because I built big sets, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, how much money? Ivan, what about the costumes, armor, and weapons, obviously? Weta Workshop has to create all the armor for all the actors fighting in the movie. And the extras fighting in the movie, obviously. How much money, you know what I'm saying? And the machine for the mask, creating a prosthetic mask for all the the demon mask for all the animal characters, obviously. And the extras for the wolves and bats. As well as you have the costumes. We have to custom make all the costumes for all the actors in the movie. As well as the extras. How much money you putting towards all? I don't know. How does $37 million sound, Peter? He's like, what? You're giving me $37 million for the costumes, armor, and weapons? But yeah, Peter, I'll give you $37 million budget for costumes. Ivan, this is more than enough money. We have enough money to what? We have enough money. We have enough money for thousands of extras for their costumes. Yeah, I have enough money. I have enough money I have more than enough money for the 60,000 extras for all their costumes, armor, and weapons. Yeah, man. I have enough I have enough money for 25,000 axes, for 25,000 swords, axe spikes obviously, and I have enough for 15,000 swords and bow and arrows. Easy. $37 is easily more than enough money for that. Easily affordable. Obviously. So what I'll do is I'll have Ivan, you can have Weta Workshop create all the armor and weapons for all the actors fighting in the movie, obviously. Both minor and major, obviously, the animals and human characters. And you can also have Weta Workshop create a couple thousand armors for the extras. And then once they can't make any more, the rest you can just rent. Rent cheaper armor. You need to watch for your budget. Okay, Peter, we can rent expensive armor or buy expensive armor from a top-notch armor company around the world. Okay, I want to rent a good, I want to rent a good, 20,000. If Weta Workshop can pull off making 10,000 armor, I can rent a good, 10,000, rent or buy a good 10,000 armor, light armor for the remaining extras for the human army, and rent another 15,000 armor, 20,000 armor for the wolves. So I'll tell you, okay, I want you guys to create as much armor as you can. If you can pull off making 25,000 armor and 50,000 armor, that's great, obviously. If you can't, $37 budget is easy for it. We can easy afford it. Peter Jackson, Ivan, with $37 million, Peter, is that enough money? Yeah, $37 million is more than enough money for 25,000 armor, 15,000 armor, and 15,000 weapons, and 20,000 weapons. Is easy more than enough money. You see what I'm saying? Have Weta Workshop create as much armor and weapons as they can, and then once they reach their limit, they can't make any more. You just rent everyone. You can rent cheaper armor, cheaper light armor, and cheaper swords and axes and all stuff for the extras who are fighting in the war. You know what I'm saying? But $37 is more than enough money. Yeah, $37 is more than money. Yeah, you'll be shocked. Holy shit, Ivan. You're looking at something unheard of. You have enough money for all the clothing, for all the extras in your movie, 6,000 extras in your movie, the armor for all the people fighting in the war, the weapons. Yeah, you, Ivan, you're looking at top high end. Ivan, you're looking at clothing better than even Lord of the Rings. Ivan, clothing even better than what you even got from my Lord of the Rings movie. Yeah, because I poured like $37 million towards it, man. Rent the best clothing, sewing equipment for the clothing. Have the clothing designers design like top high end clothing for your movie. I'm gonna have the clothing designers design all the clothing for the actors, for all the actors in my movie. Obviously, I'm gonna tell you, like, I also want you to design some clothing for the extras. Okay, how much clothing could? Okay, I'm gonna ask the clothing designers how much clothes can you design for the extras? I don't know why. We can design a good like maybe 3,000 clothing. Okay, design a good 3,000 clothing. And then the 3,000 clothing, you can have some, the extras wear those clothing, obviously. And then the rest, I'll have my team make the call to a top-notch medieval company for the Syrians, the Safians, the Zanes, and the Wolves of Barak and all of them. And they rent out or buy the clothing for the extras. If you can't pull off, if the clothing designers can pull off making, most likely they can't. Look, man, if you can pull off making tens of thousands of clothing, that's great, obviously. If you can, I'll just rent it out. I'll call it top-notch company, I'll rent it out. Or buy them, and you can have the extras. Call a top-notch medieval company, and find clothing similar. Find some nice clothing for the Safians, the Syrians, the Wolves of Barak, and the civilians to wear. The civilians to wear in the movie. Some nice clothing that they can wear. You see what I'm saying? For the extras. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Peter Johnson shots. Holy shit! Ivan, your company blows all out of the water. Yeah, man. You gave me $37 million towards the clothing, costumes, and weapons. Because don't forget, the machining for the mask is part of the $37 budget. Because the machine for the mask will only cost me a couple $100,000 to rent. Okay, I want to rent 5 of your best machines for creating the 3D print prosthetic masks, devil masks for all the animal characters. Both the wolves and bats for my movie, and the extras too. Okay, how much mask can you print with this one machine? I don't know. We can print. I don't know, Ivan. In one day, we can print a good like 500 masks with one machine. Okay, I'll rent a good 5. I want you printing thousands of demonic masks for all the extras. The extras are going to have to wear all these demonic masks. I want you printing out all the demonic masks for all the extras and all the actors. For me to print thousands of masks, obviously, for all the extras and all that stuff, you need to rent like 5 machines. 5 printing machines that can print a good like 400, 500 masks every day. And so people who are designing the masks are going to be hard at work for months, printing thousands of masks for all the extras and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because you also have the demon wolf army and the demon bat army. All those actors are going to be wearing masks. You see what I'm saying? The demonic masks, obviously. Okay, so I said, look, man. Okay, I want you guys printing the Pacific mask for Aratat, the devil mask of Aratat, for Fool, his son, Morale the General, Bull the Pit Watcher, Durius the Blacksmith, and Mask and Bass the Demon Twin Servants. They all have their own specific mask, obviously, and the mask of Ephesus, obviously. And then all the other masks, you have them look more standard, obviously, and those masks are all for the extras. You print all those thousands of masks for the extras, obviously. Look, man, I want you guys printing out thousands. Look, man, you're looking at, I don't know, a 25,000 wolf army, and you have a 500 bat army. You guys are going to have to print a good like 25,000 masks around there. 26,000 masks around you have to print. Hence why you have to rent a good like 4-5 machines. Yeah, I know the best companies for the best machines. I know the best machines for creating all the masks. You know, I rent the best machines in Hollywood for creating the 3D print mask for the demon mask for Aratat, for Fool, Morale, and all of them. That's why Peter Jackson was like, holy shit, I mean, your company blows how hard. And that's why you're going to see how happy Peter Jackson is, because I gave him an unlimited budget, man. Best machine for the mask. To rent 5 machines, it will only cost me maybe, I don't know, the best machine for printing masks is probably maybe, I don't know, $70,000 around there. It might cost me maybe a good $250K to rent 5 machines. $300K maybe to rent 5 machines. 5 of the best machines will cost me maybe $300K. And that's part of the $37 million budget for creating all the masks for all the demonic animal characters. Obviously. Whereas the eagles and the crows are going to be full on CGI, obviously. I'm not going to have actual eagles and crows. No, for the eagles and crows, the wild stags, the snakes, those are on the jaguars and mosquitoes. Those are all full on CGI for the movie, obviously. That's why you need John Howard Allen Lee designing those characters. Okay, I want you designing the snakes that roam around the forest, obviously. I want you designing the Aratats crows. I want you designing the eagles. I want you drawing the stags, the cursed stags in the south, and the ones who are not cursed in the north. I want you drawing the wild ravens and wild crows who don't talk. Yeah, you have to draw the curse of Ancestors of the south. You have to draw that too, and the holy ancestors of the north. For the holy ancestors of the north, I'm gonna have them be white men, Arab men, and black men. Obviously, white men, Arab men, and black men for the ancestors of the north. That's all I'm gonna say. I won't spoil the story for you. So you have some of the men who are black, some of the men who are Arab, and some of the men who are white, brown skin. That's my idea for the curse of for the holy ancestors of the north. Think something like Gandalf for the holy ancestors of the north. Think something like Gandalf the White in Lord of the Rings, something like that, something similar like that. Yeah, and I'm thinking of something like Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, Gandalf the White for the curse for the holy ancestors of the north. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And Ivan, how much money are you giving me for the extras, Ivan? I don't know, Peter. How does $35 million sound for the extras? He's like, what? $35 million for the extras? Yeah, I'll pay them all a nice $180. Ivan, this is more than enough money to hire 60,000 extras. This is more than enough money to hire thousands of extras, 30,000 extras for all the gatherings. Yeah, 30,000 extras for the gatherings will only cost me $900,000 to $1 million a day. If I pay them all $180, it'll cost me $900,000 to $1 million a day. There's about 13, 14 gatherings in Zanus. With the wolves in Barak and the humans in Zanus, obviously, in Saphis. It will cost me about $13 million. And then the war will cost me another $12 million. That's why $30 million is more than enough for the extras. Before I said $40 million, no, $40 million is too much. $35 million is more than enough for the extras. Because it only cost me like $13 million for the gatherings, and then another maybe $10, $12 million for the war. Looking at like a 7 day of filming, 8 day. It'll take a good 7-8 days of filming for the war. And I'm not gonna do a thing where I hire a couple hundred extras like Lord of the Rings and you apply the CGI effects. No, I'm actually gonna have thousands of extras for the war. As for the war, that's why I'm gonna have to lease. Me and Peter Jackson are gonna have to do scouting in Switzerland. We're gonna have to lease a big property. Hey Peter, how much land? I don't know. Peter, how much land should we lease? I don't know, Ivan. Let's lease a good like 200, 300 acres of land. Though we have a lot of filming, we have a lot of room for filming. 200 acres is enough. We lease like a 200 acres of property in Switzerland. That way we can build all the sets in the wilderness. We can have a lot of film the big war on the war. I want it filmed on location, obviously. Okay, Peter, we're gonna have to find a perfect place for filming the war, and you're gonna have and all the 25,000 extras are going to have to wear their masks. They're going to play the Demon Army, obviously. And the 15,000 extras who are going to play the Zane Army are going to be part of the Zane Army. Looking at an epic war. That's why the war will look better than even Lord of the Rings, because what? It's not full-on CGI war. No, I'm actually going to hire like thousands of extras. That's why we're looking at something on the war will look more real. It'll look more natural. Whereas Lord of the Rings, the war looked amazing, obviously, but you can tell the scenes where they use the real extras, and the other scenes where they use full-on CGI. When the orcs were climbing up the ladders, you can tell they look like CGI orcs. When the orcs were approaching the wall, you can tell they applied the special effects towards the extras. You know how they look more real when they apply special effects towards the extras? Yeah, if you want to look more real like that, you have to hire thousands of extras. That way you get an amazing war. Something even better than even Lord of the Rings. Helm's Deep Lord of the Rings, yeah man. That's like Peter Jackson shocked. Holy shit, Ivan, your company's better in Hollywood. Yeah man. I gave him an unlimited budget, guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ivan, what camera are you thinking of renting? I don't know, Peter. How does the IMAX camera sound? He's like, holy shit, IMAX cameras are the best cameras in Hollywood, Ivan. Yeah, I want to rent the best ones in Hollywood. The best film IMAX cameras in Hollywood. I'll rent a good 10 of them. And I'll rent the best equipment for the cameras. The best drones. Rent a good 2 to 3 drones for the high shot footages. The best equipment for the cameras. For the stuff that move the cameras. The stands, the gliding equipment. That has a camera glide, yeah, but you get the best stuff for that. The best speakers, the best lighting equipment, yeah, for the cameras, yeah, man. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, you're looking at something unheard of for Zaynus. Yeah, man. Show my calf here.